Hey guys, Jess here. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the importance of designing your flips so that the end buyer can really see themselves in the space. What do I mean by that? Really, it's comprised of a couple different elements, right? Firstly, oftentimes when we buy a house to flip, the layout's a little bit awkward. Nowadays, everyone loves open concept, and really, that's a big selling feature in our markets right now. Everyone wants an open concept. Parents want to be able to see their kids playing while they're in the kitchen cooking. Everything's very much open, minimalist, modern. That's kind of what we go for in all of our flips. And so really, when we first purchase a house, the first thing we look at is how can we make the space more open? Can we combine living, dining, and kitchen? And oftentimes, we have to tear down walls to do that, and that's okay. I mean, make sure you've got an engineer that does drawings and does their, the reports that they need to do to make sure that they have proper support beams and proper support throughout the house to make sure it's supported well. But really, a good chunk of value is from opening up spaces right now in our markets. So that's number one. Secondly, you want to make sure the layout is easy to follow and just logically makes sense. I mean, you don't want to have I've seen this very often, a bedroom that has sort of two bathrooms right next to it. That's a lot of noise at night. You don't love it. We love separating bathrooms from bedrooms as much as we can, but we also don't want to have an awkward layout where we have, for example, a bedroom right off the kitchen or a bathroom right off the kitchen. So really, it's about reconfiguring the space to get the maximum value out of it in terms of usability for the end buyer. And finally, a really big important point of really selling and marketing a space once we've completed the flip is staging. I cannot emphasize how important a really good stager is as part of your team. We use a lot of higher end stagers, but we oftentimes see that the value and cost that we have for our stagers really comes back to us in multiples when we sell the house. This house right here, for example, is a really good example of this. We bought this property. It's in the city of Toronto. We bought it for $595,000. We put a little bit over $200,000 into the renovations, really opened up the space. We actually changed the number of bedrooms from a 4-bedroom house to a 3-bedroom house. I'll do another video on that, so stay tuned for that one. But really, for our staging, we did it really modern, high-end, and our stager has a really good knack for using a space really well to show off the size. You don't want to have furniture that's way too big for a space and overcrowds it. At the same time, you want to be able to show off that you can fit numerous furniture items into a house so that people can say, you know what, I can fit my couch in, or I can fit my chairs in. There's really space for the different types of furniture that our end buyers might have. So staging is really important. I always say it's a budget item you have to budget for when you first buy the house. Think about how much you want to spend on staging and budget that in to your flip budget. High-end staging is really important and can very much showcase a house, and that can really make or break the sale. On this house, we ended up spending about $8,000 to stage the 3-bedroom house that we finished off with, and we ended up selling the house for just over $1.1 million. Staging is a huge component of it. The end buyers that ended up buying this house really fell in love with the space. And that oftentimes includes the little knickknacks, the couches. I mean, oftentimes we hear our end buyers and they tell us, like, look, I could really imagine myself in this house. And that's what we want to go for, is make it a really comfortable, modern space that people fall in love with and really just, can see themselves living in. And that really pushes the sales price up and you get a lot more traffic through. I always say that the photos on a listing sell the house before people even walk it through the door. And that's a really big part of selling a successful flip, is having marketability, being able to market the house to the widest possible range of buyers and attract many people to come on in and fall in love with the house, and essentially at that point get the highest value you can from your flip. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of JessLuc Invest. I hope you enjoyed that little snippet on staging and creating value in layouts for flip houses. Remember to comment, share, like, and subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos. Take care, guys.